H2K Infosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2K Infosys supports 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus. One-time pay, lifetime access to live classes and videos. H2K Infosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For free demo class, visit h2kinfosys.com.
So we'll see today how to create a Maven project. So first of all, we need to download the Maven binary distribution from this particular URL. We need to go and download the bin.zip file. For Windows platform, for Mac and Linux we can use the bin.tar.gz. So we got to basically download this particular part. Since I already have it downloaded, I'll just cancel this particular download, and this is the path where I have downloaded this particular file. So this is what gets downloaded, and the latest version is 3.3.9, and you can extract it out here. After extraction you'll get this particular folder. Okay, so after that we need to go to our My Computer. I do have Windows 10, so I'll go to My Computer, I'll go to Properties, and I'll go to Advanced System Settings, and in the Advanced tab I need to go to Environment Variables when I need to create certain new variables. The first variable that I need to create is Maven_home. Should be all in capital letters actually. And the path will be the path where you have downloaded this particular extracted this particular folder called Apache Maven 3.3.9. So pick up this path, copy and paste it out here. That's the first thing that you're supposed to do, and click on OK. I already have this particular variable, so I click on cancel. Next thing that you need to do is create another variable called as Java_home. If you already have this variable, it's fine, but this variable value will be the path where your JDK is installed. So I have my JDK installed in C drive and program files Java. This is my JDK. So I got to pick up this particular path, copy it and paste it out here. This is the second variable that we need to create, a new variable. Since I already have it, I'll not click on the OK button, I'll click on cancel button. The third thing that we are supposed to do is go to an existing environment variable called path, highlight that and click on edit button. Here we need to give the path of your Maven, so we'll go back to the Maven path wherever I have it. And inside Maven I have a folder called bin. This bin folder contains configurations files and command files of Maven. So you need to basically pinpoint to the path of the bin folder inside the Maven extracted file. Copy it out, go to the editable section of the path variable, click on new and paste that particular path. Since I already have it, I'll click on cancel and I'll just close these particular windows. So that is what you're supposed to basically do. Create two new variables called Java_home and Maven_home, and create a path up to the bin folder of your Maven in the existing variable already present, that is path variable. After doing that, we need to go to CMD, open up command prompt, okay, and just type on this particular command called Maven_version. And we gotta wait for some time until unless the message comes. So if you see these kind of messages that it is showing you the Maven version that that you have configured in your system and the JDK and all, okay, that means Maven is installed in your system perfectly. Now close the particular command prompt, then go to your help folders, go to your Eclipse Marketplace out here. In the Eclipse Marketplace, you just stop whatever it is trying to search, go in the find text box and write down Maven and click on the go button. This will install the Maven plugin for Eclipse. Wait for some time until the window populates. It populates, and this is the Maven integration for Eclipse. So if you have a Luna version, you can install this one. If you have the latest version, that is Mars and respective versions, then you can integrate and install this Maven integration for Eclipse, Luna and newer versions. I already have it installed, that is why the button is showing me installed. If you have not installed it, you can install it from here, restart your Eclipse after that. So I'm going to cancel this particular window right now. This is how you basically install the Maven plugin with your Eclipse. After that, you got to create your Maven project. So you right click, go to new, go to others, go to the Maven project, Maven folder rather, come down, you will find out the Maven folder. This is the Maven folder. Expand it, click on Maven project, click on next, and you got to basically tick on this particular, select this particular option called create a simple project, okay, and click on next. Here you need to give the group ID. The group ID is an ID given to the particular project, okay. Generally the group ID is the domain name of the project or domain name in which the project is created. So my domain name I'll give com.xarentech.test for example. And artifact ID is basically the ID given with which you can upload your Maven project into your central repository of Maven. Or with this artifact ID, the packaging can also be done. Whatever artifact ID that we give is the artifact ID by which, or is the name by which the jar file or the war file gets created. Because since Maven is a build and compilation tool, it is able to create source codes, it is able to compile your codes, it is able to create your packages. So packages means jar and war packages. So whatever artifact ID that we give, that is the name with which the Maven project will be created, as well as with the same artifact ID, the jar file or the war file will get created after the packaging is done by Maven. So I'll get the packaging as, let's say, test, and version, let it be 0.0.1 snapshot. So packaging, jar or wall, you can select it out. I'll select jar and click on finish. This is where the test project gets created. So test was the artifact ID given, by the same name the Maven project gets created out here. If you expand it, this is the folder structure that you get. The src/main/java is basically used by developers to write down development codes, whereas the src/test/java will be used by testers or automation testers to write down your automation scripts. So we will we'll create our automation scripts out here. So what I can do is that I can create a new class file inside this, okay, and I'll call this class file as, let's say, rediff mail test. Now ensure that the class name ends with TEST, with capital T, because that is how Maven recognizes that it is basically a automation script. I'm not going to use the main method because I'm going to use the TestNG framework inside it. So out here I'm going to create a new test annotation method, and here I'm going to create an annotation method called as let's say login procedure, rediff login procedure, okay. import the test annotation method from your testng library. So first you have to add the testng, and then you could probably import the test annotation method from the testng package. Okay, after that we can use probably a WebDriver instance, which is nothing but I'm creating it as a global variable outside out here. I'll have to import this. Okay, now the problem is that Maven does not recognize the WebDriver instance because I do not have the jar files of Selenium WebDriver API. Now Maven is basically a build and configuration tool where you don't need to configure your project with jar files. You just have to configure the dependencies of Maven project. Let's say this Maven project is dependent on testng framework as well as on your Selenium WebDriver. Now right now I have manually added the testng library. If you see that, I'm highlighting it. So what I will do is that I will remove this testng library from here. I'll go to the build path, remove from build path. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that as far as Maven is concerned, we don't need to actually create the build parts for the project. That means if the project is dependent on testng and Selenium WebDriver, I don't have to, add the jar files of Selenium WebDriver and testng. Okay, what Maven does is that you just have to define the dependencies, and the dependencies will automatically download the jar files and configure your project with those jar files. If you see in this particular project, pom.xml file, this pom.xml file is considered as the heart of Maven. Okay, so in this pom.xml file, I will define the dependencies inside the project tag. Now if you see out here, the group ID, whatever group ID I had given, the group ID is coming out here. Whatever artifact ID I had given, it is coming out here, and the version is also coming out here. After this, within the project tag, I have to define the dependencies. Now when I define the dependencies inside the pom.xml, automatically the jar file gets downloaded, and you will see that the project is automatically configured with those jar files. Generally what happens is that with other kind of tools like your Ant, or with other Selenium projects, or with other projects created inside Eclipse, you have to create the build path for the project where we connect the jar files. Here we have to just define the dependencies, and it automatically download the jar files from the central repository of your Maven to your local drive in a particular folder called M2, okay, which is present in your drive in which your OS is present. Okay, now after it basically downloads it in the local drive, it connects your projects automatically with those jar files, and you are able to create scripts without any hassles. That is why Maven is so much